So you mean to tell me that Justin Gaethje literally poked Paddy Pimblett in the eye right here? As you can see, he literally has his finger open-handed in the eye of Paddy Pimblett, and he got no penalty for this. And this was a pivotal moment in the fight because after this eye poke, his eye was completely destroyed, and it led to Paddy Pimblett not being even close to full strength. And if you had seen this chart right here, you would have known to not bet on Paddy Pimblett, but instead to bet on Justin Gaethje, because as you can see, 81% of the bets, and more importantly, 88% of the money, which is a ridiculous percentage, was placed on Paddy Pimblett to win this fight, meaning that the UFC and the sportsbooks would have lost tons of money if he won the fight, so they made sure that Justin Gaethje got the win. Now, if you want to be able to see charts like this for all sports, all you have to do is download the app Pick It, use code GRIM when signing up, and then just sync your sportsbook, which is completely free, and after you sync your sportsbook, you'll be able to see these charts.
Is Paddy getting robbed here by the poke in the eyeball that they didn't call? And then he gets cracked. Come on. He took his eyeball out and then clocked him. I feel like I'm watching the NBA here. They're not making any calls. What the fuck are you there?
I didn't know Paddy Pimblett had a chin like that till tonight. Yeah, absolute dogfight in a war, and much respect to both guys. We sent Paddy Pimblett straight to the hospital, and then we're going to send Gaethje too. And Gaethje's like, believe me, I've been in plenty of wars. I'm good.
Justin Gaethje's victory over Paddy Pimblett at UFC 324 was supposed to be a crowning moment. A new interim lightweight champion crowned in an absolute war. Instead, it's become one of the most hotly debated fights in recent UFC history.
Yep. That uppercut has landed multiple times.
Another leg kick for Pimblett. Good right hand for Gaethje. Stop, Paddy. Stay there. Justin, over there. Pause in the action, likely due to...
The reason? A missed eye poke that fans are calling inexcusable, dirty, and even robbery. And this isn't the first time we've seen this controversy rear its ugly head. Just months ago, heavyweight champion Tom Aspinall's fight against Cyril Gane was declared a no contest after a devastating eye poke left the British fighter requiring surgery. Now, Justin Gaethje stands accused of the same dangerous foul, and this time, the referee missed it entirely. What really happened at UFC 324? Why the MMA world is furious, and what this means for the future of the sport. UFC 324's main event on January 25th, 2026 in Las Vegas was billed as a clash of styles and personalities. On one side, Justin Gaethje, the 37-year-old American brawler known as The Highlight, widely considered the most violent fighter in the UFC. On the other, Paddy the Baddy Pimblett, the 31-year-old Liverpudlian on a 9-fight winning streak, carrying the hopes of an entire city on his shoulders.
Even in this loss, I think it's a victory.
Do you think? I wanted to be walking away with that belt, Joe. I know how tough I am anyway. I don't need to prove it to anyone. I wanted to leave with that belt, but there's no other man I'd rather lose to than The Highlight.
By the end of 5 rounds, Gaethje won by unanimous decision. 48-47, 49-46, 49-46. His hand was raised. The belt was wrapped around his waist. But as the replays rolled and social media erupted, one question dominated the conversation. Did Gaethje get away with a fight-changing foul?
Scousers do not get knocked out. That Scouser does not get knocked out.
Hold up.
My God. What a fucking gangster.
The fight was marred not by one, but by 2 eye pokes, and it's the second one that has fans absolutely livid. The first eye poke occurred early in the opening round. Gaethje's fingers caught Pimblett's left eye. The action stopped. A ring doctor entered the octagon to check on the Liverpudlian. Referee Marc Goddard issued a clear warning to Gaethje. One more eye poke, and you lose a point.
What a fight!
What a fight!
Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett forever linked as they turn in 25 epic minutes for the UFC's interim lightweight title.
Pimblett was deemed fit to continue, and the fight resumed. But then came the second eye poke. And this is where everything went wrong. Midway through the second round, as Gaethje threw what looked like a jab, his thumb drove directly into Pimblett's right eye. And I mean directly. The footage is brutal. Pimblett's eyes immediately closed. He grimaced in pain. He was clearly compromised.
That fucker's right. Scousers do not get knocked out. That Scouser does not get knocked out.
Hold on.
My God. What a fucking gangster.
Dana, fighting lights or what?
And what did Gaethje do next? He followed up with a massive right hook that sent Pimblett crashing to the canvas. Joe Rogan, watching the replay on commentary, said, "That's crazy because that definitely compromised that eye." But here's the kicker. Referee Marc Goddard completely missed it. No stoppage, no warning, no point deduction. The fight continued as if nothing had happened. One fan wrote, "Inexcusable missed eye poke. Paddy Pimblett took on a ton of damage because of this, when Gaethje should have lost a point." Another said, "That changed the fight. Do better, UFC." Others went even further, calling it highway robbery, the dirtiest title fight I've seen in a while, and Justin has always been a dirty fighter. One particularly pointed comment read, "There is a legitimate argument that if the ref takes a point for that second eye poke, Paddy Pimblett becomes a champion, and it's hard to disagree." The scorecards were close. 48-47, 49-46, 49-46. A single point deduction could have swung the entire fight. Some fans even argued that 2 points should have been taken, given Goddard's earlier warning. This isn't the first time eye pokes have dominated UFC headlines in recent months. Just a few months ago in October, we saw another major eye poke incident. This one involving heavyweight champion Tom Aspinall. During his fight against Cyril Gane, Aspinall suffered a severe eye poke that left him unable to continue. The bout was immediately declared a no contest, but the damage was already done. Aspinall required surgery to repair the injury. So when fans saw Gaethje's thumb drive into Pimblett's eye and saw the referee do absolutely nothing, it felt like a slap in the face. One fan captured the frustration perfectly. "Where's the VAR or some estate? How is this allowed?" The Aspinall incident proved just how dangerous eye pokes can be. They're not just painful, they can end careers. And now, in a title fight with championship implications, one was completely missed.
We are all catching our respective breaths here after Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett turned in.
To his credit, Paddy Pimblett took the high road in his post-fight interview. Rather than complain about the eye pokes, he showed nothing but class and humility. "You live and you learn. I'm 31. I will be back better. You haven't seen the last of me," Pimblett said. "I wanted to be walking away with that belt. There is no man I'd rather lose to than Gaethje. He is someone I loved watching growing up, and it shows why he is a legend."
Not gonna lie, he hit me with a body shot in that first round. He hit me right in the solar plexus, and it got me, you know what I mean? That was why I thought I was winning the first round up to that point. I'll be back better. It's as simple as that. You haven't seen the last of me.
When asked about the scorecards, Pimblett admitted, "I think 48-47 was a fair scorecard. I won't lie, he hit me with a body shot in the first round and it got me." Pimblett also used his platform to address men's mental health, dedicating the fight to friends he'd lost and urging men to speak up about their struggles, a message he's championed throughout his career. Justin Gaethje, meanwhile, was full of praise for his opponent. "Scousers do not get knocked out. What a fin gangster. I knew I had to put him on his back foot. He is very dangerous."
And he did a good job up to the last second. I really wanted to finish him. But I love teaching him that. He said my face was not going to look the same. After the fight, his would look the exact same.
He won't be physically the same after this fight. I will. I'll be exactly the same. I'm going to put a beat down on him like he's never received. And I can promise you that.
So as soon as it was over, I was like, "Well, look at your face, motherfucker. It does not look the same."
Don't look good.
He's just a little posh boy who's had everything handed to him on a silver platter by his dad.
Do you think he actually got injured or no? Or what do you think happened?
No, he's a little bitch ass. Dana shot him down in that interview. I was like, whoa.
You miss opportunities sometimes, and he did.
And you shit your pants. Know what I mean? That's what you did. You farted and followed through and had shit coming down your leg.
Major warning. What you're about to read might change everything you thought about the UFC lightweight division. The MMA world is absolutely exploding after Paddy, the Baddy Pimblett's career-defining destruction of Michael Chandler at UFC 314. But what happened after the fight has everyone losing their minds.
You plan to call him out?
Anyone in the top 5, lad, I don't care. Like, it doesn't have to be a certain person. Like, it can be Armin, it can be Charles, it can be Justin, it can be Dustin. I just want to fight whoever's going to get me to that title.
In a post-fight interview that's already being called the most disrespectful call-out in UFC history, the Liverpool phenom viciously targeted #1 contender Arman Tsarukyan, saying things we can't even repeat here. The Armenian fighter's silence since then has fans asking, is the UFC's top lightweight contender actually terrified of the Baddy?
Paddy Pimblett showed tonight that he is the real deal. Beating Michael Chandler and beating him the way that he did, I don't know how you can doubt the kid anymore.
It would seem likely that next fight out, he's going to get a big name opponent, right? And probably that would be the one that put him into title contention.
Tonight was a pretty big name opponent too. But yeah, he's in that spot now where he's going to be fighting top guys, yeah.
Even more shocking, Dana White's reaction backstage was caught on camera with the UFC boss telling reporters, Paddy's not a boy anymore. What we saw tonight was a man ready for the title picture. Could this be the most explosive rivalry the UFC has seen in years? Is Arman hiding from Liverpool's rising star? Or is this all part of a bigger plan? What do you think about this insane situation? Would Arman survive against Paddy's new and improved ground game? Is Dana setting up the biggest title eliminator of 2025? Drop your predictions in the comments below and let us know if you'd pay to see this mega fight happen.
It is the king of the north, Paddy Pimblett. Welcome to the land of the elite.
Wow. Paddy Pimblett is an animal.
Oh, Paddy the...
This past weekend, Paddy Pimblett delivered what many are calling a career-defining performance against former title challenger Michael Chandler at UFC 314. The Liverpudlian wasn't just impressive, he was dominant, finishing Chandler via TKO in the 3rd round. But it's what happened after the fight that has the MMA community buzzing. In his post-fight interview with Joe Rogan, Pimblett unleashed a verbal assault on several top lightweights, including Arman Tsarukyan.
You still overeat when you go out to eat much? I know you've talked about it, and I fucking resonated with that so much. Like, if I get high before I go out to eat, like, and I'm getting a good cheeseburger.
Gluttony.
God damn it. It's such a pain in the ass.
When you're always dieting and cutting weight, do you think that makes you, like, more prone to doing that?
Dude, look at the reason Paddy the Baddy gets as big as he is, because it's like you get this mental disorder. I ate strict as fuck for about 10 weeks before that fight. Like, I would have a little cheat meal on a Saturday, but the closer we got to the fight, 4 or 5 weeks out, I was just eating so clean to where right after, it's like I'll order 2 cheeseburgers, fucking some appetizers, and just eat until I'm so uncomfortable and so much pain.
Oh my God, look at Paddy. I'm gonna send you a video, Jamie, this dude.
And I know that's just not good for you. How much? He gets up to 200 pounds. That's like me getting up to like 190 or 185.
Yeah, that's a lot, dude.
It's sad. It's like
Clip Pimblett's post-fight interview. Let's hear exactly what the Baddy said about Tsarukyan. Arman, he's a little helmet. That sausage. While Pimblett showed respect to other fighters like Charles Oliveira, Dustin Poirier, and Justin Gaethje, he clearly has serious bad blood with Tsarukyan.
Arman's a little bitch ass.
Why don't you like Arman so bad, man?
He's a little posh boy who's had everything handed to him. He's got about 40 cars or something.
40 cars?
Yeah, something stupid like that. $1 million cars, lad.
You're a liar, Paddy.
Lad, have you not seen his Instagram?
No, he's rich.
Yeah.
Arman's a rich kid?
Yeah, he's a rich kid.
I had no
Dad's
idea.
a multi-millionaire, isn't he? Dad's got a big crazy business. He's a multi-millionaire. Never had to work hard for nothing in his life. Everything's being passed down to him on a silver platter. He's had everything handed to him. He even got the title shots handed to him, and then he shit his pants. All the doctors told him there's nothing wrong with you, you can fight, and he shit himself. He got gifted the decision over Charles. I didn't think he won that fight. He just sat on top of him. You don't win fights anymore by just doing this. You know what I mean? Just got holding on to one guard.
I can't really judge nobody for that. I used to do that when I would get a little nervous.
This rivalry didn't start at UFC 314. In fact, these two have been exchanging words for months. Back in April, during an appearance on the Full Send podcast, Pimblett unleashed on Tsarukyan. The old guard of the lightweight division, they're all on the way out. In the next 2 or 3 years, the top 10 is going to look completely different. The only person in the top 10 who is under 30 that I can think of is Arman Tsarukyan. He's just a little posh boy who's had everything handed to him on a silver platter by his dad. He's a little bitch ass. That's what you are, Arman, a little bitch boy.
The only person in the top 10 I can think of who's under 35 is Arman Tsarukyan. He's just a little posh boy who's had everything handed to him on a silver platter by his dad. Oh, he's a little bitch ass. That's what you are, Arman. Little boy. And then he was doing them videos where he flips forward on his neck.
Right.
And then he's saying that he's got a bad back. Dana said, didn't he? It was Dana shot him down in that interview. I was like, whoa, that's heavy, that. You don't want the boss saying that about you. But because he got asked, didn't he, is Arman still number one?
Right.
And he was like, no, he's going to have to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
He basically said that like doctors come out at Header, the best masseuse in the PI, come out and they never said to him, you can't fight. He decided he's not going to fight. So basically, Arman, you shit your pants. Know what I mean? That's what you did. You farted and followed through and had shit coming down your leg.
Pimblett was referring to Tsarukyan pulling out of his scheduled title fight against Islam Makhachev at UFC 311 in January due to a last-minute back injury. The withdrawal clearly left a bad taste in Pimblett's mouth. He was doing videos where he flips forward on his neck, then he's saying that he's got a bad back. Dana said, Dana shot him down in that interview. That's heavy. You don't want the boss saying that about you because he got asked if Arman is still number one. He was like, no, he's going to have to go back to the drawing board. Basically, Arman, you shit your pants. You farted and followed through, and now there's shit coming down your leg.
Paddy, on a Full Send podcast, you had some words for Arman Tsarukyan. What prompted you to say that, and did you hear his response?
Yeah, the seen his response, it tickled me, made me laugh. It's just being honest, you know what I mean? I'm just brutally honest, I can't lie. If someone ever get asked about someone, I'm going to be honest. I seen him saying in an interview the other week that I don't watch anybody, not in the top 5. I won't watch Chandler and Pimblett. Well, what are you tweeting me for then? You know what I mean? If you weren't concerned about people who aren't in the top 5, you wouldn't be tweeting me when I've said something about you. Like, people who say stuff about me, what are beneath me, I don't mention it, I just leave them to it. But, you know, I must be in his head. It's not my fault he shit his pants.
Tsarukyan didn't take these comments lying down. He fired back on Twitter. Says the guy who got the easiest path to the top in UFC just because he's got a funny accent and budget Beatles haircut. I dare you to call me out if you win, and we will see who will shit his pants in the Octagon when we meet, clown.
Paddy Pimblett against Michael Chandler. You got Chandler, you got Paddy.
I don't know, they're both not good, so I don't follow them. I don't watch their fights because they're not on my level.
You only watch fights that are on your level.
Yeah, top 5 fighters or real contenders fights.
Who do you see as the #1 pound-for-pound guy in the UFC right now?
Of course, it's a John Jones.
John Jones?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
We got to get him fighting Tom Aspinall.
That's the fight everybody wants to see, even me, because young guy versus like GOAT.
And those are the guys that are on your level, so of course you tune in and watch those types of fights.
Of course, like this fight, you can never miss it.
After Pimblett's dominant win and call-out, fans were eagerly awaiting Tsarukyan's response. But what we got was silence, at least regarding Pimblett. Instead, Tsarukyan posted a video of himself hitting the heavy bag with this caption. Many have been asking when the fight is. I am calm, training, focused, and waiting for my moment. Sports aren't always about fair, but I believe if you put in the work, don't give up and stay true to yourself, everything will come. The key is to be ready when the time comes. No mention of Pimblett. No response to the call-out. Nothing. But Tsarukyan's fans were quick to take up the fight on his behalf.